What's up, guys? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. My name is Steve. I am your host. And on today's episode, which is our first episode, we spoke to Dan Tucker and Simon Fishburn from the New York-based band Soapbox Army. We had a great conversation, had a few laughs, and we spoke a lot about music. So be ready for a very, very music-centric episode of the InnerCityGeeks podcast. Enjoy. You just focused.
Oh, Lord. I told you about that already, though, man. It's like playing handball with yourself, man.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is Dan and Simon.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you doing? Hold on one second. Just going to put it on speaker.
Okay.
No problem.
Hello?
Yo.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? It's Steve and Charlie here.
Hey, Steve, Charlie. Hang on.
How you doing, guys? What's going on?
Good. Sorry I'm a bit late. I got caught up in the traffic in Times Square. I'm at Dan's office, so...
That's not a problem.
Nice,
We understand
nice.
perfectly.
Yeah.
So we're familiar with the area. We know how bad traffic gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know how shitty New York traffic is. All right, so how you guys doing?
Yeah, good. Not too bad.
You guys ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, we're prepared. Had a rehearsal last night. Went really well, so...
Nice.
Okay, that's awesome.
How do you guys feel about performing live? What do you get out of it most?
I love it, Simon. I love it. I live for it. I live.
I can just imagine just being on stage and just, rocking out to the crowd, just loving you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely like the first few times you do it, it's always there, but that thrill of just performing for people, and it's definitely like anyone says, it's kind of a cliche, but it is a rush. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's not few feelings better than it, I would say.
Right.
Yeah. How long have you guys been performing already?
Don't get into detail.
How long have you guys been performing?
Simon's probably. Oh, you mean like personally? As a band or just personally?
Personally.
Okay, Simon. Since I was about 7 or 8.
Wow.
So quite a few years.
Okay.
7 or 8, I was still playing Nintendo.
Yeah.
Still playing video games at 7 or 8.
Yeah, I started off in a concert band back in Australia, and so we used to have like Christmas performances. I think that was probably one of my first performances.
Okay.
Not bad at all.
And this is Dan. I started playing when I was a kid. I played piano and drums and kind of dabbled with everything. In college, I really took on guitar as a main instrument and started singing. I guess like more in earnest, like took it more seriously, and I would say I got into it later. I did a lot of like open mics and stuff like that.
Okay.
As far as like the full out performance aspect of playing, it's really been, I'd play shows here and there when I was solo.
Okay.
Like I said, it was mostly like open mics and stuff, and then the last like 4 or 5 years, I've been just going full steam with this project. So
Pretty cool. So, I mean, what you guys used to listen to growing up? What kind of music influenced you all?
well, I grew up in Australia, and my sisters, actually my whole family's from England.
Wow.
I was influenced by a lot of British pop and rock. The Police were massive for me when I was younger, so
Okay.
huge influence for me. But
Man.
funnily enough, I actually really liked a lot of American rock as well. So Bon Jovi was my first ever concert, Slippery When Wet. I was really young.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
That's been cool.
Back
That's
in
been
the
fun.
80s, yeah. Our parents, a friend of mine and myself, were allowed to go to this concert by ourselves. It was a rush. And they all had the hair and flying around.
Not bad at all.
Oh, that is awesome.
It was cool, and I think from that point on, I was like, this is what I've got to do. Including have that hair, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
That happens. You all can't rock that hairstyle.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for some of us.
Yeah, doesn't work for me at all. Oh, that is great. That was actually one of the questions I was going to ask you. What was your first, like, your first live show you guys ever went to? But you already answered with Bon Jovi. What about, was it Dan?
Yeah, first concert I actually went to, embarrassingly enough, was Hall & Oates.
Oh, nice.
I got you all beat. My first concert was Menudo. With Ricky Martin on stage. Freaking older sister dragged me over to see him.
Nice. Now, my first concert was actually with Charlie. We actually he popped my concert cherry. We went to see Evanescence together when we were in college.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That was recent. That was recent. I remember.
Yeah, that was pretty recent, dude. I never went to any concert before that.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so quick question: where do you guys come up with the name for Soapbox Army?
I can take that. I started the band. This is Dan. I started the band about 2007, I guess, and it just started as kind of like a solo project. And I just had basically like a list of like hundreds of names, and it just kind of came out. I don't know where it came from, but I just liked the idea. But I saw something online about how a modern form of a soapbox is a blog.
Okay.
And I just kind of was thinking about the fact that like everyone and their mother nowadays has like a blog or a Twitter or a Facebook, including us, and so it just felt like putting together the Soapbox and the Army, giving it a kind of like that. I felt like the Army kind of gave it that bigger vibe and more of an energy to it.
Okay.
Just like the idea of kind of everyone having their own voice nowadays. You see any kind of opinion is put out there nowadays, and I think part of the band is the music can be opinionated. It's definitely not political. I think some people might see it and think it's like soapbox, like standing on a soapbox. It definitely has a connotation of being political, but it's more about just being like, having strong opinions and yeah, that's
okay.
it.
That's pretty good.
I just liked the way it sounded, and I know that when I pitched it to my producer, he was like, there's got to be another band with that name. Like, to him, it sounded like there's a band that exists with that already. So to me, that was kind of like confirmation that it's a good name.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because when Charlie told me, I was like, wait, have they been around for a while? I've never heard of this, but I think I've heard of them before.
I know, it's funny because people have commented on Twitter and said, someone else said, like, yeah, this seems like, I've heard about you guys, but I don't know, maybe it was one of you guys, but someone said, I've heard of you guys, but I never got a chance to listen to you. And I'm like, okay, we're kind of new, but it sounded like they made it out like, it was a band that's been around for like 20 years.
Right, yeah, like that's what I thought at first. I was like, these guys have been around for a while. Then I look and I was like, no, they haven't been around for that long.
They're kind of really new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty new, and this lineup of the band is really new. I mean, Simon's been with us, how long? 5-6 months now. So.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But we've been through a few different lineups.
Right, just like most bands, they especially in their inceptions, they always switch up, and they're always adding new lineup, new everything.
Yeah, it's like the cliche. It's a marriage, and it's hard to like keep everyone together, and everyone has different reasons for staying or going or whatever. And
right.
Yeah, it's understandable.
But we definitely have, like, I think, and I'm not just saying this, but I definitely think the current lineup is the most solid.
Okay.
That's good.
I think musically and sort of personality-wise as well, like we really
we
get along with each other, and we've all got very different backgrounds. We come from very different places.
Okay.
Our guitarist is originally from India, so
Oh, wow.
But he's been around the world a lot and has been living here for a while now. But we just have this kind of this humour, I think, in the band that we all get as well, and we have a lot of fun with it. So
Yeah, it shows through in you guys' new record. Definitely, you guys have a nice cohesiveness going over there.
Right. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think if you've got to have that, especially in this industry. If you don't work as a team and like each other's company, then it's not going to work out. So.
Right.